Welcome back, Salty Fam. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. So today we're going to get into Tyra Banks and the America's Next Top Model scandal that has been going on recently.
And it's a crazy one, like you remember watching the show. It was obviously kind of crazy and salacious because it got so many views, but then seeing it again all the years later, you're like, man, there's some messed up stuff going on there,
I think definitely got carried away for the shock value of things. I mean, it went from we're trying to be inclusive of all women's body types to we are not inclusive of any body types. You need to go get dental work. You need to get different hair. You need to change the color of your skin. Like, it got out of control.
Flipped. Totally flipped.
Girls being taken to the hospital, not eating, not drinking. It's just
it's
crazy. Insane
it's
when
crazy.
You look back and all of them are adults and this is what's going on. It just is like, whoa.
It's a really cautionary classic tale of the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Like she started with good intention.
And then by season 2, it
became hell for those people,
I mean, honestly, maybe just the first season was, maybe just half of the first season was okay.
Yeah, right.
But by season 2, it was diabolical.
Yes. They got the memo. This is what brings ratings. Lean into it,
Yeah. And so they had 24 cycles from 2003 to 2018.
Which is crazy. That tells you how big this really got and how much money they had to have made off this.
Yeah.
24 seasons.
Oh, yeah. Tyra was definitely making good money off of these girls.
All the hosts, the Ken guy who sort of ran the show or whatever, they had to make so much off of this.
And then she franchised it out into Europe, Australia, Canada. Yeah. And she doesn't run any of them, but it's like a franchise style, And the lack of accountability in the Netflix documentary with Tyra was definitely frustrating. And
with all of them, they're all sort of it gives the vibes of getting successful, then pulling the ladder up. They were all cool with this because they knew we're going to get rich on this. Yeah. We're going to make tons of money. And now that they've made all the money, they're like, this was so bad and people shouldn't do this. And it just has that vibe. Not saying people should even do that, but it's if you really feel that bad about it, give the money back.
Yeah. Well, and that's the messed up part. The people who did win America's Next Top Model never got the modeling contracts. They never got payment. They never got any type of foot in the door or anything. And Tyra and all of the other people are making millions of dollars off of them.
Yes.
And they got literally nothing. Then they were told to come back and lie to all of the other girls about how great their life was and how changed it was, when in reality, they still had not received one
or
thing,
it was
or not even a foot in the door.
Worse way.
Yeah.
Of now I can't even get a normal job because of the crap that went on in that show.
For sure.
Not only am I not getting modeling.
Yeah, and just the PTSD from it all for some of these girls.
The emotional, just self-image damage,
Yeah. And so just right into cycle 2 in Milan, the Shandi Sullivan incident. So she was 21 years old and she was portrayed as the ugly duckling and she was gaining confidence. So she ended up being heavily intoxicated after production invited over male models to their residence for a wine and hot tub event. And so she blacked out after 2 bottles of wine. She had no food or sleep. She recalled fragments of non-consensual encounters. Quote unquote, I remember him on top of me. I didn't even feel sex happening. Cameras rolled continuously the whole time. Because their thing was, if you go into the bathroom, just one person, we can't film. But if there's 2 people in there, we can film. So they got this all on film. And then she was forced to call her boyfriend, Eric, on camera. And he called her a stupid bitch and was like, I can't believe
you. It's a real raw moment.
Cheated on me. And it just was this huge, crazy setup that just was one bad thing
crazy.
after another for this girl. And then the episode was framed as the girl who cheated, like this was all of her fault. And it was a big cheating scandal, and it emphasized guilt over the production being responsible for kind of what happened.
Yeah, and they even took it further. Like after it, the next day, Tyra was at lunch with them and talking about all the men who cheated on her and how cheaters are the worst. Like that was totally, they told her, hey, she just cheated. Go do this. It's going to create all this tension that we're going to film. You know, like,
and she goes,
they didn't have to do that.
Yeah. Tyra goes, I know you have those urges, but sometimes as adults, you need to, you know, withdraw from those. Like as if painting her as a slut, you know, as like she sought out these male models and was like wanting to hook up with him, when in reality she was like blackout and like could barely move.
And they already got the shot. Like this girl's home life, at least with her relationship, is already totally decimated. You filmed the whole thing, you got it.
Yeah.
But then now you need to have this extra scene twisting the knife. Like, this is ridiculous. You know, like,
so that
too
was
much.
a huge scandal, but it didn't stop anything because they had 22 more cycles after that.
No, that was, season 2 was bigger than season 1.
Yeah.
You know?
And it just continuously gets worse with like the body shaming, calling people bloated, ashy, going over their eating habits, public weigh-ins,
you know?
Kind of emphasizing a Diet Coke and cigarette diet was like the best way to go.
And it's just so messed up. Like, it's not like they're models, so you get they're going to be picked apart. Yeah. But it wasn't legitimate because it was, if you had a gap in your teeth, they tell you you're not going to get a job unless you close it. But then they'll go tell the next girl, you're not going to get a job unless you let us put a gap in your teeth. So it's like, this isn't real criticism that's going to help them as models. It's literally just like, let's pick them to pieces like vultures on TV so the world can see.
Yeah, when they started doing all the procedures and surgeries, it's like, this is getting crazy. You know, like, and it was all for views.
And they're not even
it was
giving
not
them the
for these women. It was not to give them good advice, not to change their looks for the better. It was all for views.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
And, you know, granted, they were adults and they did sign up for this, but...
Yeah, they knew they were getting into a cutthroat thing, but they thought she had good intention.
And they thought that they would get a leg up in life and be able to conquer their dreams if they just played the game. And in the end, they didn't get anything.
No.
You know, besides like a really crazy situation that's documented on TV forever.
It's crazy.
You
know? I mean, think about like that. 24 cycles, and in the documentary, I don't think there was a single one who said like it was worth it.
No, like
off of 24 seasons.
Think Shandi forever. All of that will be up there forever, you know, and not just her, but like the teeth girls, you know. Then they had episodes where they were changing the girls' races. And then they're like, oh, that was so bad. And then they went and did it again.
You know,
it's just
but now,
crazy.
If somebody did that, I guarantee all of them would be saying, this is so horrible. They need to be canceled. They need their career ruined. They can't ever do business in the modeling industry again, which is like, oh, but y'all got to go make millions of dollars off of doing it. And now you're going to condemn everyone else. Like, it's such BS, you know, it's like you're not genuine people, you know?
And I do agree. I think everything that they put those women through, the women were just pawns in their little viewership and in them making millions. And they really just railroaded these girls and drove them into the ground for everyone's entertainment, but their money their money makers, you know.
It's crazy. It was wild. It's definitely a good one to watch, you know, worth checking out.
Yeah, and like no one had anything good to say about Tyra, and she is like pretty strange with her.
She's weird energy,
antics, and like her mannerisms, and she just seems like a little mentally off, especially right now with her doing her SMiZE Cream tour.
Yes.
And it just seems like kind of a manic episode going on.
The SMiZE Cream stuff gives me Britney Spears vibes.
Yeah.
And just wait a couple months, she's going to be dancing with the knives just like Britney.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, she released this hot ice cream But in Australia, where she released it, technically you can't categorize what she's selling as actual ice cream. So she had to call it SMiZE Cream. And SMiZE comes from smile with your eyes from,
Something she'd say on the show all the
yeah,
time.
from America's Next Top Model. And yeah, now we have this like weird chocolate moussey. It only comes in like one or two
hot
flavors.
Chocolate pudding or something like.
Yeah, I've heard it's not
from the
good
SMiZE
at all.
Queen or whatever she's
Yeah.
called.
And her alter ego is like Miss SMiZE Cream or
something
weird
with
claim.
the
Like,
SMiZE word.
yes, it's just like major crash out moment right here. And honestly, watching her back, she's just an odd character.
She is. She's like the SMiZE Cream stuff. She seems manic.
Yeah.
But on the documentary, even in her interviews, it's like as close to manic as you can get without being manic.
Right.
Is like the vibe she gives.
Right.
Like it's definitely like a weird energy.
Yeah.
Chaotic energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. Well, like and follow for more, and we will see you next time, Salty Fam.